I'm trapped between the urge to move forward and the fear of leaving behind what I've known. My thoughts are like pieces of a puzzle I'm trying to put together, but I keep losing the edges. The emotions that fill me right now are so intense. I wonder if they're a sign or just temporary chaos. I feel like I'm caught in the in-between, not quite where I want to be, but far from where I started. Sometimes my heart speaks louder than my mind, and I'm forced to listen, even if it doesn't make sense. There's a strange peace in accepting that I don't have all the answers right now. I'm beginning to understand that the feelings I'm having are the key to unlocking the next step in my journey. In my current state of mind, it's hard to tell whether I'm moving forward or just standing still. The questions in my head are louder than the answers, and yet I feel an odd sense of clarity. I'm walking through a fog of uncertainty, but the light I'm searching for might already be within me. Every feeling I have today is a reflection of the past, and every thought is a glimpse of the future. I feel like I'm standing on the edge of a new beginning, but the fear of the unknown keeps pulling me back. Sometimes I wish I could hit pause on my thoughts, just to take a break from overthinking everything. In the chaos of my mind, I'm learning that the calm is often hidden beneath the surface, waiting to be found. I can't seem to quiet my thoughts, but in the noise, I find the courage to move forward. Right now, my heart is speaking louder than my mind, and I'm trying to decide which voice to trust. I feel like I'm constantly in a tug of war between what I feel and what I think I should feel. There are moments when I wish I could turn off my emotions just to see what life would be like without them. Right now, everything feels like a choice between who I was and who I'm becoming, and I don't know which path to take. I'm learning that the most powerful thing I can do right now is to sit with my emotions, even when they feel overwhelming. Every feeling I have today feels both familiar and new, as if I'm experiencing it for the first time all over again. I'm standing at the crossroads of my thoughts and feelings, not knowing which direction to choose. Right now, I feel like I'm on the edge of a breakthrough, but the fear of failure is holding me back. In this moment, I'm learning to embrace the uncertainty of life, even when it feels like everything is spinning out of control. My mind keeps telling me to move forward, but my heart keeps asking for one more moment of stillness. I'm filled with thoughts that contradict my feelings, leaving me unsure of where I stand in the world. Right now, it feels like my heart is trying to catch up with my mind, but they're moving at different speeds. I feel like I'm standing on the edge of a cliff, unsure if I should leap or take a step back and think it through. The more I try to understand what I'm feeling, the more I realize I don't have all the answers, and that's okay. Right now, my thoughts feel like an ocean, constantly shifting with waves of uncertainty and tides of possibility. There's a part of me that feels at peace with where I am, and another part that longs for something more. My thoughts feel like a tangled mess of what I want and what I fear, and I'm still trying to untangle them. The tension between my thoughts and feelings is pulling me in opposite directions, leaving me unsure of where to go. Every day feels like a tug of war between what I think and what I feel, and I'm constantly trying to find balance. I feel like I'm caught in the middle of a story that hasn't been fully written yet. My thoughts are like a river, flowing endlessly, carrying my feelings downstream into uncharted waters. I don't know if my thoughts are trying to protect me or if they're holding me back from something greater. Right now, I feel like I'm standing still while the world around me keeps moving faster and faster. There's a part of me that's scared of what I'm feeling, but another part of me knows it's exactly what I need. I'm learning that it's okay to feel uncertain, that not having all the answers is part of being human. My thoughts are heavy today, and my heart is searching for something to make sense of it all. In the silence of my mind, I'm starting to hear the truth that my heart has always known. The more I try to understand my feelings, the more they shift and change, like a mirror reflecting 1,000 versions of me. Right now, my heart feels both full and empty, as if it's waiting for something I can't name. I feel like I'm standing at the edge of a decision, unsure if I'm ready to make the leap, but knowing it's the only way forward. My mind is a storm of thoughts, each one a wave that crashes against my heart, trying to find a way to settle. The way I feel right now cannot be described in a single word. It's a mixture of confusion, hope, and longing. I'm caught in the space between who I was and who I want to be, torn between the past and the future. Right now, everything feels like it's either too much or not enough. Emotions on overdrive, but clarity nowhere in sight. I can't seem to quiet the noise in my head, but I'm learning how to listen to the silence in my heart. In this moment, my thoughts are both my strength and my weakness. They push me forward and pull me back. Some days I'm lost in my feelings, and other days I'm desperately seeking to understand them. I feel like I'm standing on the edge of something important, but I don't yet know what that something is. Every thought feels heavy today, as if it's carrying the weight of 1,000 unsaid words. I'm living in the middle of two worlds, one that exists only in my mind and one that I haven't quite figured out how to live in. There's a fire burning inside me, a desire to move, but I can't quite put my finger on where to go. In the chaos of my thoughts, I'm trying to find peace, but it feels like I'm chasing shadows. Sometimes I wish my thoughts were clearer, but I've come to realize that the confusion is part of the journey. The heart wants what it wants, but the mind keeps questioning every choice I make. Right now, I'm just existing between my dreams and reality, unsure of which direction to go next. My thoughts are tangled, like a web of endless possibilities, but I can't seem to find the way out. Today, everything feels like it's in transition, like the calm before the storm or the moment right after it. I've learned to trust that my feelings, as overwhelming as they are, will eventually guide me to where I need to be. Right now, I feel like I'm carrying a burden I can't explain, but somehow I'm still moving forward. My heart is full of desires that my mind isn't ready to understand. Every moment I experience is a mix of emotions that I'm trying to make sense of, but they seem to elude me. I've come to realize that sometimes the hardest part isn't understanding your thoughts, but accepting them. The more I try to understand my feelings, the more they seem to slip through my fingers. My mind races, my heart waits, and I'm stuck in the tension of the unknown. Right now, I am a mix of passion and confusion, as if I'm living on the edge of something beautiful, yet terrifying. I am both everything and nothing all at once. My thoughts pulling me in different directions, my heart tugging me back. My thoughts are like waves, crashing relentlessly against the shore of my mind, leaving behind only the remnants of what once what was. Sometimes I feel like I'm on the edge of something big, but the closer I get, the more uncertain everything becomes. I'm constantly trying to make sense of how I feel, but the deeper I go, the less I understand. I'm surrounded by thoughts that feel like they belong to someone else, yet they are my own, and I can't escape them. In the quiet moments when my thoughts slow down, I feel a sense of peace that I can't find anywhere else. The hardest part of my journey isn't the path itself, but the endless battle between my heart and mind. Right now, I feel like I'm walking through fog, not sure where I'm going, but hoping I'll find clarity soon. I'm stuck in a cycle of overthinking and underfeeling, trying to balance what's real with what's imagined. There's a storm inside me, full of questions I haven't yet learned to answer. Every thought feels like a puzzle piece, but I can't seem to fit them together. Right now, I am both lost and found in my thoughts, as if I'm standing between two versions of myself. It's funny how one moment my heart can be overflowing with emotion, and the next, my mind is filled with nothing but silence. I feel as though I'm walking on the edge of something life-changing, but I'm not sure if I'm ready to jump. My thoughts are the soundtrack of my life, sometimes loud and overwhelming, other times soft and reassuring. Right now, I'm caught between wanting to move forward and being afraid of what comes next. The more I try to escape my feelings, the more they follow me like shadows that won't let go. I feel like I'm waiting for something, maybe an answer, maybe a sign, but all I can do is wait. I'm learning that sometimes the answers we seek are hidden in the very feelings we try to avoid. There's a quiet part of me that knows what I need, but my mind keeps questioning if it's enough. Right now, my heart is full of questions, and my mind has yet to come up with any answers. I'm trying to find peace, but every thought feels like a new wave crashing against the shore of my mind.